Hi, this is Cecilia from Tarot by Cecilia, and today is Friday, September 9th, 2022. The tarot card for today is the Eight of Cups, and this one is by artist William Francis O'Brien for the deck 78 Tarot Magical. And I have to admit, this is not the type of image I would normally use. It's very scary looking, and I really wanted to show images from the magical deck. The image itself is great, but it's not in line with what we typically see for an Eight of Cups card. So I don't know where they were headed with this. However, it's here. For whatever reason, I was compelled to use it. So let's find out what's going on today, shall we? First up, the moon moves into Pisces. And this is where we're going to see our full moon, which is going to be happening tomorrow. Okay, it's going to be a very sensitive full moon. The Pisces moon is always more sensitive to begin with, but this one is even more so. So this could definitely lend itself to the sensitivities. If you really want to hear everything I have to say about the full moon tomorrow, head over to my website or to YouTube and listen to my full moon tarot guidance, because it goes into some long-term depth about what this full moon represents. Anyway, today the moon itself is going to oppose Venus and square Mars. That in and of itself sounds a little bit scary. At the very tail end of the day, but you will be feeling it. Right before midnight, Mercury will begin its retrograde, and that will run through October 2nd, with the shadow period ending on October 16th. I do think the bottom line here is that this is going to be an emotional roller coaster for a couple of days for many of you. So keep that in mind. If you know people who are very triggered by full moons, you just might want to keep your distance, okay? Not in, any mean kind of way, but, not engaging where you don't need to, that type of thing. Anyway, as far as this card is concerned, especially in relation to the full moon, the timing is very perfect, all right? Because this is a card of moving on, leaving things behind, hopefully for better things to come. And that is a lot of what the story has been about. And so many of you have been trying to, just move away from what isn't working in your life. Now, with the Eight of Cups, very often things did work at one time, but now does not appear to be the case. And often the scariness lies in that abandonment, because we become so familiar with what we know, all right? You can actually become comfortable with a life which is uncomfortable. You might not like it, but you live with it because you don't know what life beyond it might be. And that in and of itself is often a scary thought. What's even scarier is when you realize, when something finally does happen and takes you out of one situation and into another, that you could have done it a long time ago. Okay, it's just that simple. Been there, done that, and this is how we learn and how we grow. But this card is just actually very timely, and like I said, the image itself, we'll have to wait and see when the deck is actually delivered, what the representation was supposed to be, because the deck itself is labeled magical and it doesn't look magical to me. So I'm kind of like, okay, but there is a message here that we're meant to have. And I think that there is, whatever is going on, because to me, the Pisces full moon, it's the last sign. It's full moons bring culminations. So there's definitely an ending to an ending in there somewhere. And we're going to have to see what it's all about. You can go over to my calendar of planetary events on my website, which hopefully you can access, because they just upgraded the software, and I think I have to make a few adjustments. But there you can read what it means for your sign. You can also find the link on Facebook, which will take you to it. And that will, give you some insight as to what this full moon is about for you. So I want to thank you all very much for being here. I'll see you here again tomorrow. And as always, have a great day.